Well, good morning, everyone. This is A. Hernandez. This is from the FIU Ethical Hacking class, spring 2013. I just want to put a simple disclaimer out there. This video is intended for only educational purposes. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to perform a man-in-the-middle attack using Ettercapp and SSL Stripper tool. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to intercept traffic from a victim, strip the protective SSL on the HTTP traffic, and recover username and password information. So what is a man-in-the-middle attack? A man-in-the-middle attack is just an electronic form of eavesdropping where we're eavesdropping on network information, which is basically, and using ARP poisoning, for example. What is ARP poisoning? ARP poisoning is basically we're poisoning the ARP process for two devices or more. We're going to be poisoning the ARP table for the victim and the router. So when a victim makes the ARP request to go outside, instead of the router responding, we're going to respond faster than the router, so the victim thinks we're the router, and vice versa for the router. So for the default gateway. So the default gateway, when it does its ARP process, we're going to respond faster than the victim, so that our MAC address is going to be on the ARP table for the router. Normally, if you would want to attackers would spoof their MAC address so their true MAC address wouldn't be known. So let's just get started. If we go into backtrack, what we need to do is set up the IP routing for SSL strip. SSL strip needs to be listening on a specific port. So by using this table, the IP tables command, we're basically just gonna, any requests that come along port 80, shown here, destination port, will be redirected to port 10,000. The simple command it's not really anything special. And then let's just verify the ARP table. I mean the NAT table. So if we look at it, we'll see that the redirection is happening here. So once that's done, we need to enable forwarding. Forwarding is we're just going to forward all the requests, so it passes through our interface and passes it on, and vice versa. So let's just enable forwarding on our interface. Let's check that we have forwarding enabled. Perfect. And then finally, let's configure SSL strip. So backtrack, information gathering, network analysis. We're going to do SSL strip. So then we're going to type in Python SSL strip .py. Oh, I misspelled SSL strip. We're going to make a log file. Let's call it SSL strip.log. And we're also going to listen on port 10,000 like we put from before. Now that's running, let's monitor the log file so we can actually have an active view of what's happening. So let's do fish. Let me just type it in. Let me just copy it here and paste. Oh, you have to be in the actual directory to use that. If not, I'm just going to be lazy and paste. There. So now we're monitoring the log. Now the only thing left to do is just actually run Ettercapp and perform the attack. Ettercapp-g. Make sure the network adapter is on promiscuous mode, unified sniffing, Ethernet 0. Basically what we're gonna do, let's look for our host. Let's scan for our host. So make sure we have resolve IP addresses. And since I know the victims were on the same network and same subnet, we're gonna have I should see them in the host list. Yep, and here's the target that we're gonna get. So we add this to target 1. We attached the default gateway. Let's look at the targets, and then we're just gonna ARP poison them. So you want to make sure you have sniff remote connections turned on, and let's just start sniffing. So basically what's going to do, it'll take about a few minutes. It might be depending on the network. It'll be a few seconds, or it might be a couple minutes before the ARP process actually completes. So if now on here on the remote, on the victim computer, let's just go visit some websites. So we can find out if we can get in. Alright, so let's check out Facebook. Facebook.com. Alright, so and it's legitimate, nothing out of the ordinary. So let's do test at test.com, and let's just put an arbitrary password 123456. We should have gotten a response in our log file. See, we have email and we have the password. Now let's try. Let's see if we have the actual. Let me just sign in with my actual. Actually, second thought, let me not. Aha, teasing you guys. Okay, so let's check Gmail. Let's see if we can recover Gmail. So test at test.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. As you can see, let's see if we find it. It should be around here somewhere. Might not have showed me because it failed. Yeah. Yeah, basically what we have, it wasn't a good domain, so Google gave us an error. But basically, that's what's gonna happen. So if I sign into my account, let's create a new account for Facebook. Test at hack.com. One, two, three, four, five, six. Alright, so let's see. Yep, we're still getting the username and password information from Facebook. So that's essentially what the host should see is, we should see, let me just close this out. Is for legitimate traffic. Oh, put in the wrong password. For legitimate traffic, you should see this. But if you check out the certificate, what you should be able to see is the certificate. You should have a lock icon on here. The lock icon. If you check, you should always check the certificate. This is an exact. It might not look it, but once you log in, you're gonna have a few issues. You're probably gonna get a warning saying for certificate issues. If you're getting certificate problems, that's most likely you should check your ARP entries, there might be a problem with someone either sniffing your attack, or it's just very rarely the remote site has a certificate problem, especially like a big site like Facebook or any bank site or Gmail. So just be careful with that. And that's all for today, and I hope you liked my video.